6 months after Ubisoft unleashed Far Cry Instincts for the Xbox, they test the performance of their cutting-edge jungle shooter on the 360. The single game disc has an overwhelming amount of solo and multiplayer content, but anyone expecting the sequel to reinvent the series is going to feel like they're playing the same old game.
I'm ready for you!
I've been waiting for you.
When you gonna pay your tab, Carver?
It was paradise foul, if you ignored all the heavily armed pirates.
Jack Carver has got to be feeling serious deja vu headache. If you count the original PC version, this is the 3rd time he's had trouble in Paradise. In Predator, he's back on the job and finds himself trapped on an island with tons of pirates, mercenaries, and of course women problems.
I need help with something.
Something dirty?
The big story bonus with Predator on the 360 is that it contains the campaign for both Instincts and Evolution, available separately on the Xbox. This means you get 2 next-gen games in one for over 15 total hours of gameplay. Unfortunately, you have to play through the first to get to the second. So if you want to skip Instincts to see the new stuff, you have to hunt for the cheat code online or run through a game you've already played. And the new story isn't really all that new. It's a little over half the size of the original, and the areas and missions are very similar to the Xbox and PC versions. It helps that you start the second campaign with all of your feral abilities, but with a title like Evolution, it's funny that the game hasn't evolved that much since 2004.
We got a big kid. Hey.
With all of Jack's powers from Instincts and a few new abilities, there are dozens of ways to play Predator. You can focus your animal rage and clear a small village with your bare hands, sneak up behind an enemy and stick a knife in his back, or set up a trap and watch a bad guy walk right into it. New moves include the power to remove a gun station from its turret, and climb in feral mode.
Why don't you come down here and try it for yourself?
You also have some new weapons like pipe bombs, Molotov cocktails, and a blowgun. There are also some new vehicles on land and sea. The vehicles are helpful when you want to make it across the huge environments in a hurry, and the driving is smoother and easier to handle on the 360. All of this helps beef up your arsenal, and those new to the series will have a field day with all of their attack options. But anyone returning to the jungle won't find a ton of surprises. All of the multiplayer modes are intact, along with the impressively user-friendly map editor with a 360 polish. You can still create a fully functional combat arena in a matter of minutes, but there's not enough new features for any aspiring level designers to consider this upgrade over the Xbox version. The graphics in Far Cry Predator are a mixed bag. Some stuff is amazing, some is just okay, and some is kind of embarrassing for the next generation. The water is one of the most impressive upgrades, along with the wide-open environments that are a welcome step up from the linear levels and Instincts. The textures are done well on Jack, his weapons, and some of the plants and ground cover, but certain elements stand out like they were thrown in at the last minute and feel unpolished. The character models, for example, weren't saved by the power of the 360. They're completely lifeless. They have more polygons and cleaner textures, but they're poorly modeled and might freak you out a bit.
You must be thinking of yourself.
Individually, some of the graphics look awesome, but they don't blend together well. This is not to say that Far Cry isn't a beautiful game, as it's full of lush areas and effects. It just doesn't take you to a lot of places you haven't already been. The physics are fun, but they're not realistic. And the AI is just as weak as it was on the Xbox. Your targets will spend most of their time waiting to get shot or feral punched, or just act plain stupid. Considering Instincts was more of a director's cut than a sequel, this is the first time we've finally moved on to the second chapter of Far Cry. But Predator on the 360 is not recommended for everyone. If you've never played Far Cry, it's an amazing value. If you've never played Instincts, it's a great introduction to the series on the Xbox. But if you're only looking for the new stuff, there's not enough of it to consider Predator a true next-gen sequel.